Hello, Record87 and welcome back to some Terra Invicta. We are playing through this early access patch game thing as the servants, and we're trying to help the aliens invade the world and take it over. And we are doing so by focusing on Russia. And growing the Eurasian Union. Now, it's been 2 weeks in real life since I played this, as I am with all my YouTube playthroughs on Twitch, and I must admit I'm super excited to be getting back into it. I've been watching a little bit of Tortuga's playthrough as the Academy, seeing some sneak peeks at the things which are happening in the future, and I can't wait to get involved in some of that stuff that's going on. I think he's about 7 in-game years ahead of me, so he's a wee bit away. Anyway, what are our objectives right now? Well, we have an overarching objective in terms of tech, which is to kick off some hydro diplomacy. It's going to take us a while because our science rate is not the best. We've only got a 10% bonus to our personal projects. Our Xeno science, 50% is respectable, which could certainly be better, but our overall science rate of 30 is not the greatest. So we're going to try and improve upon that. In a geopolitical sense, we're obviously focused in on Eurasian Union, and our short-term plans is to fold Finland, Germany, and the Czech Republic into our wider Eurasian Empire here. And that's probably going to be the extent of our expanding Eurasia for just now. Well, actually, we should go take Kyrgyzstan. We'll do that at some point as well. In the long term, however, so we've got a couple of other holdings. We've got some stuff in North Africa, which we've just kind of we've inherited really, which I'm not necessarily doing anything with. Although that being said, if we take Ethiopia, that leads to African Union and conglomerating Africa, if that's something we're interested in. Not necessarily. We have got some steady holds in Chile and Argentina, and we've been working on those countries, so we could do a South American unification. For that, we would need to grab Bolivia, which is definitely possible. And then the other one recently was we got hold of Indonesia. And we could try and expand down here. And my interest in a minute is going for Indonesia. And the reason I was doing, I was thinking, well, and we can obviously eventually grow this into the kind of Southeast Asian commune, I think it is. I think that's the right one. There's 2 in here. One kind of based on Thailand and one based on Indonesia. And the reason is it has a lot of people. So we've got 300 million people. GDP is not bad, 3.3 billion. So it's a reasonable country on its own. Obviously, we'll gobble up some neighbours. And then we could have the Eurasian Union here, which is not that much more people, obviously more developed, but people's ultimately your blocker, because that kind of limits how eventually on a GDP per basis, if everything's equal, more people is going to be higher GDP and all that good stuff. We can have Russia focused on continuing to build up kind of militarily, I can't even speak, and get their tech up to maximum kind of sciencey age. I mean, we're only atomic age in the minute, we're not even information age. So we need to improve upon our forces, and we can get Indonesia to focus on maybe increasing our boost, because they get more bang for their buck being closer to the equator. He says, at least I assume that's the case. What do we get down here? What, you can show me? 0.4 to 0.38. Whereas up in Eurasia, we're only going to get 0.16 to 0.26. So yeah, much better bang for our buck down in Indonesia. So I think that's what we're going to focus on. Long term, I don't know, there was views of maybe China or India, but we'll have to see. We are pegged on our CP cap at the minute. Depends how much we can get it to grow. I'm okay with the protectorate hanging out. They don't, we're an enemy, but not a massive one. India's more of a threat, and we'll have to see what humanity first end up doing. And then over in the US, it's kind of a mishmash for a lot of people. Exodus, I don't mind so much. We don't really have competing goals. I wouldn't mind them keeping some of these larger nations just to keep a challenge going, because we also get the help from aliens being the servants. Good. Alright, so fine and dandy. Anything else you need to check short term? No, we should be. We want to try and take over this executive. How are our points doing? 321, 312. We want to fold Prague in, which is going to take us 6 months. And we want to try and steal Finland. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is, if I haven't done it already, we're going to abandon these nations to get our points cap down a little bit. And we're going to use that ability to then grab some other stuff we are interested in. Ah, saved us a bunch. Good. Now we're going to make a play for... Should we do Finland first? It's smaller, it's probably easier. I mean, I want them both. Let's just do them both and see where we end up. So, public domain, crackdown. I want someone who... Ah, you're already on the purge mission. Beautiful. Okay. This seems like it's going to work. That's maximum speed. So we're going to try and get the first control points in Finland. And then we're going to try and steal the executive in Germany. Meanwhile, we've got lots of stuff going in space. I think our fledgling mining industry on the go. Building in Mars and even on an asteroid here. And I think I might actually even put a station in orbit around Mars and get a construction base out there. Yeah.
Public opinion is moving in our
Good,
direction.
let's just keep repeating that one because we're only at 30%. We could definitely do improving it.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We've removed some threats.
Beautiful. Chance 99%. Awesome. Right,
We'll
good
be
one.
ready for new hunters soon.
So we'll have to hold these for what, 6 months, I think, before we can fold them in, but that should be fine. New orgs. New orgs are always exciting.
Here.
Right, Cash, can you please... We're probably going to have to crack down before we purge. Let's crack down. 50% success. I will happily spend some influence. I've got quite a lot. Let's do that.
Turning up the heat.
Good.
Ready for my mission.
We're going to keep going in Finland. We're
Reporting
going to
in.
keep going in Indonesia. Yeah, because now it's going to be part of our long-term strategy. So let's keep that one locked in.
At your service.
And you have been doing crackdowns. I would quite like actually to keep working on Germany. How popular are we here? We're pretty popular. Okay. But let's keep that going, I think,
We must persuade the people.
until we've got these two countries locked down and the kind of clock is ticking on those 6 month pre-integration stuff. Right, out over here, yeah, we've got bases and things going. If we went into an orbit, and it will be contested, but the reason I was thinking about this one is because it's obviously it's a bit further out. It's not massively further out. We'd be better on doing somewhere like a moon of Jupiter, but presumably it's going to make life easier for trying to claim more bits and pieces in the asteroid field. Well, yeah, let's do it. I don't think it really matters. Let's go for medium Mars orbit. What does it cost us? $6.3 boost, 400 days though. That's pretty brutal. But let's do it. Sweet. And then from here, we should be able to build some construction stuff, so we can build stuff further out in space a lot easier. Hello. You're still being built. That's fair enough. Can I build stuff with you while that's being built? So I would really like a construction module. Accelerates construction of Tier 1 hubs. This modulus hab, alright, fair enough, but allows additional platforms and outposts in this planetary asteroidal system. I don't know how far this reaches though, so we're going to try it. This could be a complete waste, I'm not going to lie. 403 days. That's fine. And then we're going to want... How much... I don't think we get enough sun out here. Yeah, 4. Can I put one of these in space? Yeah. Let's just, same length of days. We've got plenty of boost. Let's just use a boost for that one. Okay, so you're 10. You are taking 10. Okay. So what does Space Dock do then? Platform for spacecraft, functions supply depot, and launches probes. I don't know if it's useful to have one of these here, but let's do a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Experimentation. Okay, and this, I think, will then facilitate our construction further out in the galaxy. Although 400 days is, it's going to take a wee while to get it done. But it, you know, Seems cool. Right. And that's why we do most things in life, isn't it? I thought it was a cool idea at the time. Let's get it done. We should have lots of things in Earth's orbit. I believe we claimed a whole bunch of these. Show me this one. Earth, my faction, 1, 2. Well, we get 6 of them. I've got mission control to spare. I would probably like some more of these, I think. And I think these are still being built. So let's give us 5. Let's see how more we can nab. So we're into Leo 2. Here we go. Let's find a platform in Leo 2. Come on. Oh yeah, just click here. Find platform Leo 2. Done. Okay. I'm going to do a couple of them. 2. That's up to 6. I'm going to go for 8. Cool. Now, this is going to be quite expensive. We're going to have to make sure we're balancing our numbers, but it's going to definitely improve our faction and our science and our rates and all that good stuff. And we can also expand them up to tier 2s when that all becomes available. So, no, show me. Show me the ones in Leo 2, please, so I can expand upon them. Okay, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a slightly odd number, and for some reason that upsets me. Right, also want to check what we've got in terms of benefits. We've got 2 Xenos, and then... Okay, we've got 2 information science, 2 social science, and then 1 of everything else. Okay. So we'll collect and give you 10 power, and then we're going to look at, let's build this. Got a reasonable amount of boost. Let's do some earthy stuff here. Let's get maybe another military one on the go. Maybe let's just build dedicated ones, because that'll hurt my head less. Okay, combat. Anything else it doesn't help us with research combat. That's the materials one. Well, let's do a military one. Let's go to this one. Let's manage, and let's do a material science one. Okay, that's well and good. What else do we want a little bit more of? Well, what are our research bonuses like? They're probably all pretty poor. Okay. I would like more xenology. Let's just go another double xenology. Let's push our bonus there up. And then it's probably going to be a bunch of... I think maybe social sciences if we can get away with that. Is that the awkward one? -3. That's the one we want to pair with information science because it's -6. Fine. Okay. What I'm currently thinking, is there any reason I don't want to just nab all of these things? I would like to make sure I've got some spare mission control. But really, there's only one spot left. Let's just grab it. Let's just say, sorry guys, I want all the space to all my cool tech stuff. So we could do probably a bit more life sciences and space science. Life science also gives us investments in welfare, which is nice. What does space science do for us? Investments in mission control. Yeah, they're both okay. Okay, spend a whole bunch of points and boost, and they'll get them online, and that'll help with our science. Beautiful. Let's go. Probe. Okay. I've got a lot of probes going out, so I'm not going to worry too much about that.
We are winning
We will
their
have a look
hearts and minds.
when they'll come in where we're hurting. We've got with all these. What's what I'm looking for? New stations. We might end up with a little bit of shortage of something or other. So we'll have to wait and see, and we can always expand our mining operations to suit. Okay, we have. Okay, that's just support. I should do that permanently because I stop telling you. Germany, just do that as a
People will
permanent
come to
assignment for
our
just now.
side. Their control is vulnerable now.
We have taken a crackdown. Excellent. Okay. Libya, thank you. And we lost Libya, okay. I don't really care about Libya. I have bigger fish to fry. Okay, that's fine. Now, long term, this could be okay. Not interested in that one. Oh, okay. You can go on Project Access and Guatemala have ended alliance. I don't really care about that.
Ready for my mission.
I have other things I'm trying to deal with. You are going to Project 99% success. That pleases me greatly. Go do that.
Taking power. Acknowledged.
Over here, we're going to immediately abandon this nation. Actually, let's tweak the... Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. Thailand's the other one you could form the South... I think it's Southeast Asia and then Pan... I can't remember. We could find out. We don't need to. But Thailand's the other core group for this little... for this area. And Indonesia's the one for, like, the Oceania. Thoughts, feelings. Where do we get it? Libya. Right, great. Which is, honestly, I'll abandon it. They can have it back. I have bigger fish to fry. Peru. We'll hold on to Peru for just now, just in case we see what happens. And I would like more stuff long term, but I'm just worried that we'll end up holding onto these ones which are worth less, and then we get, we lose a proper control point in Eurasia or in Germany or Finland or something like that. Oh no, who haven't had that one? You, because you're supposed to be public campaign here forever and a day.
I will try to sway the public.
Now, do I still have someone advising?
At your service.
Yes, my science man. Good. Let's do a quick squiz at our augmentants and orgs and stuff. Your admin's not there yet. Good. Nothing changing. +1 cogwheel, which helps our faction research. Bit of boost. 2% economy is nice. +1 science is good. It's always good. +3 spoils is don't really use them. Money. +4% economy, +3% spoils. Okay. I like that idea. You can pick that up. It's very cheap as well. We are definitely not the strongest in the world. It's interesting. We're up to now 19. 20. You have stuff which gives you org. You may not need it all. What does this give you? +3. And this one. +5. So you can get rid of Atlas Financial. Confirm. Cool. I can put that on someone else. You are not my science person. I think I'm going to leave. Although, well, let's just pick this up, right? It's $93. We have lots of, well, we have reasonable money. It's so cheap, and it'll give us a short-term boost until we want to reassign it for something else. So although it's not a strong one, it doesn't hurt us by having it. No, I'm not so interested in those. Your admin is also 25, but mainly through help of other bits and pieces. Old cash here. Your stats only 11. That's pretty poor. We could give you this one. Sure. Don't think you need any of those. Although, hey, grab it. Stack of points helps us with what we're doing. And you, who are my kind of scientist, but just because I've got not much else to do with you, can't get this one because you are capped on admin. I needed one more point for you. Or I get rid of someone. Presumably all my 1 stars are also giving me science. Yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest one in the world, so I'm not that upset if we don't get it. So let's leave it. Beautiful. Other thing I need to do is start going around and inspiring people and making sure my loyalty's high.
Together, we're stronger.
Okay, science reward
Can't
again,
feel
full
weaker
understanding of unity
Sounds
movements.
great on paper, love. But the trouble is, there's always some bloke with a loud voice who wants to keep us apart, and a whole lot of someone else's bankrolling him.
Sweet, so I'm okay with this.
Ayawade, personal correspondence.
2 reasons. 1, because we can go down and do Greater Indonesia. But we could also do... Is there another one? Okay. I can't remember if there's like a Russia forward at some point. I think it might be in the next level. Okay. What's this? Okay, that's fine. We're still winning this, which is good, so we have some control.
Public sentiment is increasingly
Right,
with
just
us.
do that forever, man. But we are focused on our hydro diplomacy. Okay. Augmented combat training. Anything else? I mean, this is good. I'd probably prefer to get this one, to be honest. We're not doing any other social science. Yeah. Let's knock this one out. And I'd maybe like to do a little bit sooner, so we can gobble up more parts of the world.
The people will come
Okay.
to our side.
That looked uninteresting.
We
Ooh,
have moved the
rocks.
needle.
European Union Academy has declared war on some people I don't care about.
Our associates are now in charge.
We now own Finland. Excellent. So we've got 6 months, and then we should maybe be able to tweak things. I don't know if we can do it friendly. Because we had some issues before where we couldn't get these guys to join peacefully. But we'll give it a go. 6 months, and then we're going to leave the EU anyway, and then worst case, we'll just declare. Might waste 10 influence. Terror from the depths. Strange incidents are being reported off the shores of Algiers. An eerie glow can be seen shimmering on the horizon at night. Experienced fishermen are vanishing without trace. Others return having caught creatures that defy any known marine taxonomy. Even massive cargo ships have been found taking on water through holes torn out of their hulls. Superstitions are running high, and so are insurance premiums. Okay. We can just say that sucks, and we can lose a bunch of stuff into Algeria. We can deploy the local coast guard. Might be successful, might fail. But we can't do anything else because as Algeria, we don't have a navy. We'll give it the coast guard a go. Some alien megafauna. Okay. Footage of several coast guard vessels being attacked and sunk by bizarre sea creatures is spreading rapidly in social media. Okay, so big hit to Algeria. Alright, fine. Kind of sucks. I don't really care about Algeria, so we're going to deal with it. Live with it, should say. Okay. That's all my sciencey stuff up and running, which has now pushed us up over the 30 mark, which is nice. It's something. Good, right. Cash Falcon, your next job is going to be to come over to Germany. Start making our way in. Not the highest levels of success. Can we go straight for the executive? What's this? Executive, what we got here? Mass media actually makes life easier for us. Trade unions. Let's try that one. Might take a few goes.
Applying pressure on their people.
We shall give it a go. Other thing we have to do at some point in Russia is probably build a few more navies. So I think these two. No. Okay, we've got one with the navy here. And that's it. So we'll probably want our forces mobile. It's not the biggest priority in the world. Why am I spending 1 point on this? I was probably waiting to tick over and failed. I would probably like to build a navy at some point. Maybe we just bleed off like 5% and we'll slowly build some up our navies. It's not something we'll need for a few years, but it's something we're going to want to have. Is that going to be enough? Let's go maybe 10%. That's fine. This all seems okay. I probably want to put a little bit more into military, to be perfectly honest. Okay. But hey ho. Right, everything else is going okay. How's our appeal over here? Still growing. We'll keep that up. Good. We're also going to have to go and spy on some people and see if we can't steal all their tech.
I will help them.
Good. Because there's a chance for things like the Greater Indonesia, we just don't get the
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We've moved the needle.
trigger. Terrorist bombing in Algiers. Oh, that's pretty poor. Damage, occasion unrest. We can spend some ops and 50-50. We can crack down on our opponents. Or highlight bombing as an example to be followed. Allowed for... You're alright. Get stuff and an opinion boost. This is awesome.
Breakdown complete.
Okay, that was really good that we're getting into Germany here. Look at this thing, man. The AI just continues to go to war with itself. It's not really the way. Okay. Cameroon, fine. Thanks. And we've got the other part of Libya. And Colombia. This is all just the aliens' influence. And we lost one in Vietnam. In Algeria, that's not a problem. Morocco, that's also not a problem. Okay, that's fine. That's our loss in Vietnam. Not one we were particularly interested in. Right, Cash Falcon here is now going to purge. Ooh, and no, not a control point. This control point with a huge success rate.
Targeting the opposition.
Excellent. We're just going to continue building up our control. Right, where else are we doing is Finland. We're just going to check on public opinion. That needs some work, that's fine. Indonesia's probably going to need some work for a while, so we'll keep going like it is. That's pretty good rare earths, actually. We are going to maybe want to expand our rare earth mining. Although we'll also get better outputs in tier 2 tech and all that good stuff. We'll maybe run till
The people will come to
I don't know,
our side.
April time,
Public
and then we can look at what
sentiment is
interesting asteroid bits we've found. Oh, maybe we're gonna wait until we get our construction base off. But that's like a year. I don't know if I can wait that long.
Control here.
Second control point. Beautiful.
Prepping for my next mission.
Wrapping up here.
Okay, we are going to crack down the next one. I will spend 16
Targeting
points.
their key people.
We should keep rolling. We are again over our control point cap because the aliens have been giving us stuff. Okay. But it's okay, because it also keeps the AI busy,
Our case remains unheard.
like working its way against control points I don't care about. We got the crack. Okay. Thing is, Germany's gonna be a huge boost. Their GDP is 4 billion. Right? That's like just less than half of ours. This is would be a massive, massive addition to the Eurasian Union. In the words of someone famous, it's going to be huge. Okay,
Reporting
cash.
Ready.
Let's get them going.
helping our enemies.
Yes, you are. The Freistaat Union. Germany gets a claim on Copenhagen. Ooh. Oh my. Now, the reason this is interesting is because if we kept Germany as Germany, which wasn't our plan, but we could then integrate Copenhagen and Amsterdam and Vienna. We don't need Czech Republic, we can eat that one already. And integrate them into the Freistaat Union, which we could then integrate into the Eurasian Union straight away. That is interesting. Probably, like, significantly more work. Maybe not one we're interested in spending the time and effort to do. I don't know, it's tough. That's tough.
Offering support.
It would significantly weaken. Oh, that one looks a lot of metal. I like that. Oh, I don't know, I'm torn now. How are we doing a cap?
We are
Nah,
winning
it's
their
okay.
hearts and minds.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay, South Korea's gone to war with the Ratnagaran. Japan has gone to war with Jordan. Okay, you guys go to war. And US has gone to war with the Southern Balkan states. Is that initiative? It is initiative. Okay. I don't think I have a claim here. I do have a claim here. Okay. Oh no, that's not me. That's Southern Baltic states. Has a claim on Zagreb. Yeah. I have a claim on Bishkek, Berlin, Prague, and Helsinki. We lost control about Colombia. That's fine.
Our people have taken control.
We've taken Germany, which is the far more important thing. Algeria, no problemo. We got a German army, nice.
Where to?
Let's get this last chap out of the way. Well, do we need to get him out of the way? Do I care that he controls part of the country right now? What's he doing? Military and mission control. I mean, it's not the worst. Oh, I mean, up here we should probably be doing lots of mission control as well. They don't need any unity. Don't think really need much welfare. Hey Nuclear, how's it going? Long time no see. Hope you are well. What's our support there? It's something non-existent. And you'll say that's super awesome. And here, it's a little bit something. We can actually... Oh, we have a way in here. Okay. Right, sorry, the thought was on, do I care about he's putting a little bit of points in the military? And mission control? And the answer is no, not really, so maybe I'll leave him be for just now. We would have to do... Freistaat Union here. Takes 10,000. That's a lot of research. A lot of research. Don't know if I can wait. Maybe. Well, we'll get 6 months before we can fold you into Russia anyway, so let's hold off. I mean, the question remains, if we're not doing all this shenanigans with cash, what are we going to do? Ah, well, let's go find... Well, do I know what projects you've got? I'm glad you're good, Nuclear. Are you all prepared for the big day next week? assuming you indeed partake in such festivities. Tech. Well, let's try steel tech and see what anyone's interesting that we may want to pick up. So we're only one person. 76 is pretty good. I'll drop a few ops points in.
Tapping their knowledge.
We'll see if there's anything worthwhile stealing. You know, you don't get the actual tech, you just get the ability to research it. It's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, you guys are improving. That's fine and dandy. Let's keep everyone doing what they're doing. A lot of public campaigning. We're spending our time. You're bored as hell. That's no good. Play some games. The distraction one needs.
Offering assistance.
European Union's missile test went off with a hitch, gaining into wealth of technical data. Response from the Eurasian Union can be expected shortly. Triggers event. The European Union gains military tech. Okay.
Then they can clean or cook or restock supplies. If they're eating my food, sleeping in my beds, and using my latrines, they'll damn well have to work for it.
Alright, so we have got...
Soren van Wyk during labour negotiations regarding diamond miners' families.
Seems like a friendly guy. We've got... what's this called? Biotechnology. And I want to head towards is cybernetics, because that massively improves your operatives. So let's look. If we go for the filtry, which gets a bit cray-cray. So come back. Let's try that again. Select new tech. Tech tree. New filtry. So if we go down to, if I can find it again, I think somewhere down. This one. Here we go. All the blues. So we were looking for. Hang on. Forward Russia. Where are you? Here. So I get claimed Zagreb, Belgrade, Anchorage, okay, Hamburg, Vienna, Athens, Stockholm, Oslo, Copenhagen, Amsterdam. So I would get, if we go forward Russia, which we just need, we need the Great Nations tech, then we can skip this Freistaat Union, save ourselves 10,000 points, which is probably where we're going to end up. The other one of which I was talking about is Greater Indonesia, which we should be able to unlock. And then we can go Greater Austronesia. And we can expand out there. So I'm not going to bother with this expansive Germany one. We're just going to eat it into, and we'll work towards forward Russia. But that's not what we're going to do with this. For this one, we're going to head towards cybernetics. So we can make our operatives much better. So, helps if I spell it. Cybernetics. And then we can do cybernetic implants. Now, what do we need for this? Nothing. We should be able to do that now. Okay. Right there. Awesome. Well, let's keep things trucking and trailing as that. Okay. How's our bonuses looking now? Still pretty middling. Xenology is a bit of the only one we've got much of a lead in. Okay, let's have a quick squiz at places in the world we control. And ones we are less interested in. Cameroon. Which one? This, take me there. We're going to abandon this nation. It's just eating control points, and I'd rather not. Again, the influence cost is not terrible. I'm going to hold on to Ethiopia just in case. But it's the even Guatemala, not that interested right now. It's the opportunity cost of people get a better chance of cracking down and purging us if we are higher we are over our cap. So let's try and behave a little bit. And also do things to expand our cap.
I think I found something.
Okay, we can steal. It's rubbish. Fine. Needs must.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Get some more probes. That's all right. Now you are now at 63 days, a couple of months. Okay, it's like June-ish time. Fine. So all we really have to do is keep Cash Falcon busy until we find something else to do aggressively. Afghanistan, Japan, classic war. I mean, the other one we could just ditch. I was going to say Pakistan, but we lost Pakistan a while ago. I forgot about that. You guys. I know I put a lot of time and effort into here, but I mean, it's an absolute car crash of a country. So let's just ignore that. Try and focus ourselves. We're now able to take the Nigerian Confederation project. Okay. Not one we're working on in a minute, thank you. Anyone dealing with this guy? Is he? Oh my god. That's that is a megafauna. Oh, probe. Used to where was I? I can't remember. I worked here for a couple of months. Maybe in a bit there somewhere. In the middle of the desert. It was fun. Random aside. Right. I don't want Morocco, not interested. We're bigger fish. We have the Germans. Right, so you need to investigate people. That's fine. Why don't we... Can you do Inspire? You cannot do Inspire. Who can do Inspire? Oh, you just don't investigate. Do I know your loyalty? No. Who is my inspirator?
Ready to go.
You are. Right, Lynette. How's Indonesia? 69%. Okay, a couple turns and then we'll go do a round of Inspires.
Standing by for orders.
I'm not worried about people's actual loyalty, so let's just do some investigate people. Yeah. I don't know, go with my ass person.
Tracking target.
Awesome.
I will help them.
Eurasian Union is deeply concerned by European Union's recent provocative actions. We would like to impose sanctions. Here we hurt them, or we can not hurt them? Hurt them. Warmongers, that's all they are. Okay, so Saudi Arabia has been taken over
Got some intel
by the
on our
UK.
target.
Who is this? Academy. Okay. I'd like some non-academy people so we can maybe see what other faction tech's kicking about. We'll look at all this probe stuff later. Supporters of humanity first have a coup d'etat in Libya. Couldn't care less. A large explosion has occurred in ammunition deposition near Warsaw. Building fires were extinguished after a few hours, and an assessment of damage took place, but appears a substantial quantity of ammunition was seemingly destroyed by the blast. So substantial that some Eurasian defense officials suspect this is the work of Japanese operatives. So as accidents happen, we lose Miltech. People don't like us. We can accuse Japan. We still lose a Miltech. We get a cohesion. Do a full investigation. Okay, we might not lose the Miltech. Let's do this one. We don't lose the Miltech. Excellent. So we're just about, not quite there. The United States of America is asking its ally Germany to join it in an attack on Myanmar. And no, I don't care about your stupid war. What I should do is I'm going to ally these two. Cash plans found government connection to be very useful. So I can refuse to do the dirty work, but I lose the government trait. Or I agree to do the mission. Yeah, I'll do the mission. Steal some documents, okay. Liberating mainland China. Okay, that's Fine, not one I'm probably going to do, to be honest. Okay. Exodus have kicked out initiative from the Southern Balkans. Okay, we lost points. Sudan, that's fine. Republic of the Southern Cross. I want Greater Indonesia. Right, it's now May. Let's have a quick squiz at... what's the word? Planets. Prospecting. Because we probably want to try and grab a little bit more rare metals, maybe in some more fissiles. How's it? Got most of the good fissile places already, to be fair, actually. Or if we don't, someone else does. For rare earths, got 1, 2, 3 Athea, which is okay. Has some fissiles, and then we've got one. I've got 2, 2, 4 Lilia. I mean, they're both. I think that this one's got some volatiles, but this one has a little bit of fissiles. Might be worth trying to pick them both up. Now, the question is, where are you, and what would it cost me? Lots and lots of boosts. 137 boosts, so more than we can afford right now. Okay, that's not a problem. We may just have to wait for our margin hab to come into play, or get much more boost. Truly, right. 72. I'll keep it till it's over 75, then we'll go off into other things. 63. Okay, you're at 78. I can feel like we can now
Standing by.
get you to something else. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Actually, you are going to come and finish off this job for our friend.
I will tell our
Our
story.
friend here. No.
I'm here.
Lynette is now going to go.
Where do you need me?
Oh, it's not. Oh, actually,
Ready for orders.
wrong one. You are going to come up here into Finland,
Making our case.
and
Standing
Vangendra
by.
is going to go and inspire one. Starting with Cash, who's apparently hard to inspire. Okay, let's spend influence.
I will make sure
Let's
they
make
are on
people
our
are
side.
loyal,
Your orders.
and Cash himself, I think, would like to keep investigating people. Just to
We'll
find
see
some
what
other
they're up to.
factions and see what's going on. Good.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Okay. We don't know what the loyalty is, unfortunately. Hey, 80s, thanks for sub, my man. Hope you're well. I am well. How's life treating you?
Surveillance complete.
Any closer to getting a break for Christmas? Good. You say that. Overworked and, well, I would say underpaid. Overworked at least.
We have moved the needle.
Fancy Scotland Rich Island for Six Nations on the 10th of March. Ooh. I mean, yes, I would. I think that'd be awesome. Don't think of anything else going on in March.
We've moved the needle.
Float it in the chat group. Go for it. I've not been to a Six Nation game in ages. So EU might do some embiggening. Jordan has become the academy. All these AI factions are just finding themselves. Oh my. China, eh? I imagine we're going to get kicked out. Well, that's an interesting one. Keep an eye on that. I need more control points. Okay, and we obviously have a Chinese army. Okay. There's lots of rivalries going on, that's not a problem. Okay. Did you find anyone, Cash? I don't remember seeing that. You did, you found this chap, but we cannot... Steel tech. Project Exodus. We could detain him. I wonder if we could turn him. I don't know if I have turn agent. I'm not that worried about Project Exodus though. So let's go for the harder people. They might be more interesting.
Investigating target.
Your orders?
Right, Inspire Man, you're going to do the next person on the list. Actually, can you inspire yourself? Odd question. No. Makes sense. I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know. Go and try and inspire her.
I'll speak with them.
We're now at 75. I'll do one more round with her and then we'll move her off to something else.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Offering support.
Then we'll do a quick check-in. Eurasian Union is conducting a series of snap military exercises near the border with the Czech Republic. We will condemn them. Or send in operatives. Oh, I like this. Yeah, let's do that one. Sucks to be you guys. Nordic Federation. Alright.
Person of interest surveilled.
Yep. Fine. Steal documents. What can we do? 50-50 gets sustained for 4 turns, or we might lose some public opinion in North Korea. Absolutely, we're going to do this. Fine. Do not care. Oh, 3.1, that's a good number. As far as numbers go.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Alright, so we've done the management research, which gives us a few more control points. And we can obviously just do it again. We can go back to this combat training, which was... Actually, that would help where a bunch of our money is going, which is probably why I was doing it in the first place. Can't do the other one, though. It's not giving me the one I wanted. That's our tier 2 modules. Let's go in and finish this off. Oh no, we're doing cybernetics. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do one of the information science ones. Those ones that look, you guys are not interesting to me. Can I mark you as obsolete? I'll mark you as obsolete as well. Probably them as I'm not those as well. I'm not really going to do these unions. They're not the ones I'm after. You just grab orbital core. We are except doing a life science. I don't think we are. Let's do that. And let's. I'm not so concerned with that. I would rather get this one knocked out of the park. So let's focus on that. Okay. And that's where we're going to bring this one to a close today. So things continue to look pretty rosy for the old servants here. We continue to get little bits of help from our alien friends. Some of it is more wanted than others, but it does pose some interesting, not challenges, but dilemmas, I suppose. That route into China certainly opens up a thought of, well, we could try and focus and take over what is a very strong country, but at the same time, our management abilities is severely limited by our CP cap, so we just can't handle all the control points we've got. So we may have to make some tough choices going forward about what we keep and what we give up. But that's a good problem to have, let's be honest. Either way, I hope you have been enjoying this series, and maybe I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio for now.